Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel, We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And here is our non-spoiled review for the Disneynature movie, Penguins!
As if there could be really many spoilers.
I guess not.
I'm sorry, I just giggled a little bit at that.
So you guys, this is, we don't normally, we do watch documentaries, but we don't usually review it, and the reason why we've chosen to is because this one was just so freaking cute. So if you haven't seen the trailer for Disney's, it's like the Disneynature, so it's a part of their documentary series, and they've done tons like Born in China,
Blue Earth,
I don't know
the
if
monkey
that's,
one.
I don't know if Blue Earth is Disney's.
Oh.
I think that might be BCC or BBC, but there is African Cats. There the monkeys. There are a lot of them, and you should look them up because they're all great. But this one is very character driven. Yeah,
it's kind of like if you took one of these documentaries and then mixed it with an 80s rom-com. This was, I have to admit, a very interesting approach to a nature documentary.
Yeah, you felt
normally
really
you feel like you want to have David Attenborough?
Yeah.
You want to hear his voice. You want to hear this is this kind of a penguin, and during this time, and
yeah,
that's what you expect. But this
sophisticated narration. This one is not. If you haven't seen the trailer for Penguins, I suggest you pause on this video, go watch it right now, and then come back and you'll see why we enjoyed it so much. So this documentary is centered around an Adelie. I think it's called an Adelie penguin.
Yeah.
They're little 2 feet. Okay, that's not 2 feet. Oh, yeah, 2 feet. Right?
Slowly gets bigger.
Whatever. They're 2 feet. 2 feet penguin. And our protagonist, his name is Steve. So Steve is kind of like a new adult penguin. And he's basically going to find a mate. And if you guys didn't know, penguins mate for life.
This is his first time going to the mating ground. So he's like 5 years old, and it's his kind of like coming of age story to find a mate, raise a family, survive the dangers of that area, and it's done very tongue-in-cheek.
Yes,
and I really just had that 80s kind of a vibe.
But it's not cheesy, though. It's not cheesy. It's still cute. Educational. The cinematography is just absolutely gorgeous, and you know, obviously you don't see any like humans while you're watching it, but you know that obviously if humans are like shooting this, and as I do with every documentary, when I watch, I'm just like, how did they get that shot? How long did these humans camp out to get that one shot that they put narration to? Anyways, this is such an adorable movie.
If you see the movie, at the very end during the credits, it will actually show a lot of these shots. Yeah. And you're like, oh my gosh, they're able to do that kind of thing now? I was very impressed with what they were...
The technology
and what they were able to do, and how they set everything up and kind of just waited for the penguin to do what they do.
To be a penguin, and really they tried very hard to not disrupt their everyday life. And I mean, I knew things about penguins, but not like so in depth where like, you know, I learned a bunch of new stuff about penguins in this movie. I love their little like mating call. I love how they make their little nest with the pebbles and things like that. And that paired with the narration and the way they edited this documentary is hilarious. And you're just like rooting for Steve the whole time. And man, what a great name for a penguin.
And yeah, because the fact that when you think of like a penguin named Steve, when they're during the trailer, they showed like the penguin like walking and like tripping and like slipping around.
So funny.
And it's like it's perfect to that kind of character.
It's just like you almost see them like as little human beings, like little penguin person.
It added some fun.
They have little flappy
humanity
wings,
and, especially when they're like fighting and they flap each other with their wings.
It's like, you know, it probably hurts, and you do see a little bit of like, you know, battle wounds on them, but it's at the same time you're like, oh, that's so cute. But it's not. It's life. It's animal life. But yeah,
it's nature.
You see Steve, and you see him searching for a mate, to growing into a father, to being able to survive in Antarctica, which is, I mean, I felt cold watching this movie.
Yeah, there's always snow. There's not a single shot in this movie that does not have snow.
Yeah, and so I felt like I had to like bundle up a little bit. But all in all, a great documentary by Disneynature. I am so glad that I took the time to go to this, because I remember getting the invite and I was like, oh, looks cute. Look, I watched the trailer and I said, Dustin, you have to watch the trailer, first of all. Secondly, we are going. We are definitely going. So I'm so glad I went.
You want to see what happens to Steve.
Yeah. And this movie opens up on Earth Day. So if you want to celebrate Earth Day, you're into, you know, just go see the Penguin movie. It's adorable. You'll learn stuff about penguins. It'll be good times with your family. You can go by yourself. It's so entertaining. I really enjoyed it. So that is our essentially non-spoiler review for Disneynature's Penguins.
If you're into cute penguin movies, I'm going to say go see it.
Yeah.
If you're not into it, then don't. So it's either one or the other, and it really depends on you.
Yeah.
Whether or not you like these kind of documentaries. And if you do, and you kind of like it to be having like a little bit of a comedic twist to it, then I'll say go check it out.
Or if you're having like a really bad day and you just need to like not be around humans, go to the theater, sit in the back row, go watch Penguins. I swear you're gonna feel better. I feel like I need to watch this movie right now. I would say, yeah, definitely go see it. It's gorgeous, and it's not often that we get to watch a documentary on the big screen. Usually it's like available on Netflix, so depending on how big your television is, ours isn't really all that big, so unless you have one of those like 80-inch, 90-inch TVs in your home, I mean, I would give this, you know, a watch in the theaters. But one of the good
things about seeing it opening week is that a lot of the money, I can't remember what they said percentage-wise, but Disney is donating a big chunk of whatever they make in the opening week to certain foundations that actually help fund the documentary and to help keep these animals alive and to help keep, what is that called? Like their...
like the wildlife...
Yeah, like the wildlife foundations.
Yeah, or something like that.
Kind of thing that will help protect these animals and help nature.
We'll put the link down below. I'll find it.
If you want to go see it, it's probably the best time to go see it. The first
opening weekend, yeah.
Opening week.
Save the planet, save the penguins, save the earth, save our earth. And go see Steve. Well, you guys, that's it for this non-spoiler review. Hope you enjoyed this very different, yet refreshing review of the movie Penguin. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want to see what we're up to day, you can follow us on social media. It's at Wendy Lee Zaney, at The Movie Couple on Instagram and Twitter. And also, hey, if you are a Game of Thrones fan, we know the final season is here. And yes, Dustin and I will be doing a full-on deep dive spoiler review on our Patreon page every Sunday after an episode of Game of Thrones. So we got one down. There's only 5 more. So these are available for our tier 3 patrons. And that's it. So if you're into Game of Thrones, we will see you there. Thanks for watching again, and we will see you next time. Bye.